Hello, welcome back to Samurai Benatar's channel. This video is for you, Boaz. Um, I'm pretty sure you're going to be the only one that's going to watch this, but you've really been wanting it, so here we go. The best LEGO sets of 2024. So we're going to start off with some honorable mentions with the Botanicals line and the Creator line. The Botanicals, they've always been just a great, beautiful, detailed line from Lego, and I really like that they're starting to include more pots with their sets. They're really nice looking, and these were two cheap, affordable sets. They were really, really good display pieces. The 3-in-1 creator sets, those have really been popping off from Lego. They used to be kind of just like play sets for kids that looked goofy, but as you can see with this fox, they're starting to make some like really highly detailed, realistic animals that are really nice on display, and some other like display item sets that are pretty cheap and very nice. More honorable mentions because it was just a really good year. Speed Champions, this NASCAR Camaro was a really good set with some crazy, interesting building techniques if you're into that. We got an interesting Technic set of the planet Earth and Moon set up with accurate rotation ratios and everything. So that was a really cool set. Very out of the blue. Usually Technic sets are just cars or cranes and stuff, but that was a cool one. The construction excavator. Last year Lego started a sub theme of construction sets. There's only 2 so far, but they actually moved a Speed Champions designer over to City to work on these, so that's why they're so detailed and accurate. So that's a really cool little sub theme that they've started. And we have the MIDI scale Millennium Falcon. I've always wanted a Millennium Falcon at this scale. They made one a super long time ago, like 2010s or something, or even earlier maybe, but I never got it, and I just think that's a cool scale for that set. That was insanely overpriced, but still a good set. So starting our list, it was kind of hard to narrow down to a top 10, so I just did top 11. We have the McLaren P1, and this is the largest scale Technic line. Had a PPP of around 12. Not too bad for a Technic set. I just think this is the best looking car of this scale. Probably best looking Technic car they've ever made. And it was a really cool, they used I think it's called bright light orange. So that's not a normal orange, it's kind of a yellowish orange. And I just think it looks really beautiful. If I ever got a expensive Technic set, this would be it. Number 10, Ideas Polaroid set. This had a horrible PPP, 15.5. I got this for like $50 on Facebook Marketplace. I would not recommend it at full price, but if you can get it discounted around 60, 50, or even 40. It is a really cool set. It's a really good display piece. Comes with really nice printed pieces and those printed fake Polaroids, and the build itself is packed full of Technic elements very tightly to make sure that it has some cool actual accurate features. It's a really cool set. Number 9, we have a pure display set with a really good PPP of 5, because this is an architecture set, so all the pieces are microscopic. This is one of the few sets along with the McLaren that I actually do not have on this list. I think that this and the McLaren are the only two sets I don't have, but I really want to get this. It's still pretty expensive even though it's got a good PPP. Sometimes architecture sets just feel like that. But this is a beautiful cathedral. Really cool to see this in Lego form. And this is just one of the more beautiful architecture sets that they've done. Number 8, maybe controversial to put above some of the other sets on this list, but for me, I just think this is a really cool display set. I had this hanging on my wall at college, and it was just a really nice centerpiece for the room. Not literal center, but like, you know what I'm saying. Pretty decent price too. They're pretty large, and they just look really good hanging on the wall. Nice, vibrant colors. Not much more to say about it. It's just really nice to look at and looks really good hanging on the wall. Number 7 is the Countach. This one was a bit more expensive than the usual creator cars, or I guess icons now, at this scale. But I really like this sub-theme of the icons cars at this scale. I think 1/12. This one had some controversy because there's some parts of it that aren't as accurate to the real car. Some of the shaping is just not what it should have been. And I can agree with that. So that's why I put it a little lower. If it would have been perfect, definitely would have been easily top 5 or higher. But it's still just, if you're not concerned about accuracy, it's just a really cool looking car. And it's well designed, minus the inaccuracies. The shaping is just, for what's there, it's really good and really cool building techniques. Number 6, we got the second of the construction sub-theme that I was talking about earlier in the honorable mentions, the mobile construction crane. This has a PPP of 10, so on paper it looks good. It kind of feels overpriced at $110, but this is a really fun set to build and one of the funnest sets to just play around with once it's done. It's got so many articulation points. You can extend the boom, raise the boom. You can like swing the cab for the crane back. You can put these feet out and you can just lift stuff. You can lift some really heavy stuff with this. It's really just fun to play around with. Really cool set, and it just looks nice. It's like an accurate vehicle. It'd be great for kids, but it's also not like too toyish. It's pretty good set all around for any age. Number 5, we got a very small set, but one of the best speed champions ever released, in my opinion. This is just a perfect representation of the car that it's going for. Building techniques, as always, are on point for the Speed Champions line. I got it sitting here right in front of me. I could stare at it all day. It's just great. Some great prints that you wouldn't expect. Not too many stickers for a Speed Champions set. Yeah, I mean, it looks as accurate as you could get without getting like a metal model, a die-cast model or something. It's just beautiful, perfect Speed Champion set. Couldn't get better. This one is an interesting one, maybe controversial, but this is a Friends set, which, yeah, I know, cringe, but if you can get past the fact that it's a Friends set and ignore the weird minifigures, it's just a really beautiful looking building. It's almost like modular style. Like it gives off that vibes like a modular building set, but a lot cheaper and more affordable. With a good PPP too. Um, Only $100, and I think it's like 1,200 or 1,400 pieces. And the interior is also just extremely detailed and filled out as you'd expect for a modular building. And it's not like too goofy or um, girly, the interior either. I mean, really, if it didn't come with the mini dolls, you'd never know this was a Friends set. It just looks like a really good like ideas set or city set that's highly detailed and striving to emulate the modular line. So, really great set. Number 3, this might be subjective for if you like Dune, but they're some of my favorite movies of all time. So, really surprising. Still can't believe we have a Dune set. And the PPP is a bit high, but it comes with 8 figures, which is just crazy, honestly. You wouldn't expect that amount of figures of this quality and detail level from like a Star Wars set. So I think that they kind of were kind of safeguarding for the fact that there might never be another Dune set, which would be sad but understandable. Not really expecting another one. I didn't even expect this one, so they jam-packed it full of really detailed, great figures. Like all of them are perfect pretty much. And the build itself, it's like almost perfect. I really don't like all the bright Technic colors showing through. You can see the red there, and there's some worse ones like some orange and stuff, but I get why they do it, and it doesn't take away that much. Um, it's got a ton of features, like a shocking amount of mechanisms that go into this thing for how small it is. Like there's an interior just for the cockpit. So besides that, every little square millimeter of this thing is full of Technic to get a bunch of Technic features on this. And of course they made those new giant custom rotor blade pieces. It's just, they really went all out for this set. There's not really much improvement you can get here. Number 2 is one of the best spaceships that Lego's ever done. For me, I'd say top 5 easily. A lot better than anything Star Wars gets. No offense, but it's just very beautiful, gorgeous set with crazy building techniques. Like all the angles and stuff of everything that you see is the way that they get that. It's all different sub-assemblies that all line up perfectly somehow. Just, there had to be some crazy math that was done just to get this thing to be as crazily designed as it is, and look how it does. Really good price, great minifigs. Yeah, all around perfect set. I really wish Lego Marvel would make more sets like this. They have really been doing horrible in 2025. I don't know if they'll make the top 10 for 2025. I doubt it at this rate. Yeah, they need to make more Marvel sets of this quality because this is perfect. Number 1, I know will be controversial. Many people think this is a very ugly set, and I strongly disagree. I think for being Lego, the face is a good representation, and it is not as hideous and horrible as everyone makes it out to be. And even if you hate the face, you still have to admit that the rest of it is perfectly built and represented in Lego. And with the amount of the drum lacquered gold pieces in the frame just to accentuate the painting itself, one of the most famous paintings of all time, if not the most famous painting, represented perfectly in Lego, I would say. It's just a perfect display piece to hang on your wall, and it's very well priced. And I know it goes on discount at Costco and stuff because I guess it's not selling well because a lot of people don't like it. But I think it's the best art piece Lego has made and the best set of 2024. Just great looking, beautiful girl. Couldn't ask for a better display piece. Well, thanks for watching, Boaz. Leave your comments down below, and I will see you next time.